In the book of Genesis, God places man in the garden to work and to watch. See, the first thing as a godly man is we have to have a strong work ethic. The Bible says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10, if a man does not work, he does not eat. So before marriage, we have to establish a strong work ethic and management skills so we can eat off the fruit of our labor. Don't miss this. Before Adam received a dream from God, God gave him responsibility. So men, don't go chasing your dreams while neglecting the responsibility that God has placed in your hand. So what is a godly husband? The role of a godly husband is to love and cherish his wife as Christ loves the church. This means that he should strive to emulate the sacrificial love of Jesus in his relationship with his wife. He should be committed to her emotionally, physically, and her spiritual well-being, and should be willing to make sacrifices to ensure that she feels valued and loved. A godly husband should also be the head of the household, providing leadership and guidance to his wife and family. This does not mean that he should be domineering or controlling, but rather that he should lead by example and make decisions with the best interests of his family in mind. So men, to be honest with you, God does place a lot of responsibility and weight on the men in the marriage. So if you're single, first make sure you want to take on that responsibility of loving a woman the way that Christ loved the church. So let's get practical. There are 4 primary roles that God has given husbands as it pertains to leading the family. We know that men are leaders of the household, but what does that entail? So here's 4 key areas that we need to continue to grow in so we can lead our families effectively, and they all start with P. Here they are. God has called us to be the priest, the prophet, the provider, and the protector of our families. Let's break it down. A priest goes before God on behalf of the family. A prophet hears from God and instructs the family. A provider provides for the needs of the family. And a protector gives safety and security for the family. Yeah, that's a lot. And it's a big task to be a godly husband. And God says it isn't good for man to be alone. But if we're not willing to grow in these areas, then it's best for us to be alone. Men, it's never perfection, but we should always see progression. So I think we have some work to do. In your application guide, there's going to be some questions that will help you pinpoint your areas of strength, but also areas that you and I need to grow in. And trust me, there are some areas that I have to grow in as well. Are we ready to do the work? Don't worry, because in the next session, we'll be focusing on the ladies and what their role is as it pertains to being a godly wife. We'll see you in the next session.